Hello everyone, welcome to Project Management series, and in this video I'm going to talk about the circles of project management. And for that, we have to understand that in project management, we do a lot of planning, obviously. And there's different types of planning we do, okay? There's different types of tool. In terms of planning, the four major tools we have in project management is high-level project plan, detailed project plan, project risk management, and project control. These are all planning tools and control tools that allow us to better manage our project. And I want you to visualize that, first of all, a project will always have problems, okay? It does not matter how good your planning is, there's always going to be a problem. And the problem is like a little time bomb in the sense that you never know when that problem will go off and you never know how severe it will be. So by planning, it's a little bit like we're building walls around the problem. And so when the problem explodes, hopefully those walls we placed will create some level of protection and it will contain that problem. Maybe the first level of protection will already take care of the problem, but if that misses, maybe the second one. All right, so all these planning tools we use really are there to help us avoid the impact of problems that could destroy or affect in a negative way our project. But obviously, nothing is perfect, right? And sometimes it is possible that even though you did everything right, the problem lines up in such a way that finds a breach through all your planning processes and actually is able to escape and, well, destroy or seriously affect your project. So all of these tools, all these four tools, we will describe them in future videos a little bit better, but you have to understand that all of them have strengths and weaknesses. Nothing is perfect. So I'm going to just describe each one of them. The high-level plan is basically a very general plan. So it's a very short document where basically you just point out what is your overall plan for the project. So in terms of strengths, it's very quick to do because normally when I do a high-level project plan, I'm talking about the document maybe 2 to 4 pages, okay, depending on the project, obviously. And this document is good because it also gives you a very good overview of the project, gives you the big picture, all right? But obviously the weaknesses of this tool is that it has a lot of lack of detail, and a lot of times the interactions are not very clear in the project, and therefore this creates an issue, obviously. The second tool we have is called the detailed project plan. So this is what we do after the high-level project plan, and in this plan, it's much more detailed, like the name indicates, obviously. So in terms of strengths, it shows a very complete understanding of the project, but it also creates a very proactive approach to the project. It helps us to manage problems that we are able to predict much better because we have all the set of actions that needs. But obviously there's weaknesses. First of all, we're managing a lot of uncertainty, a lot of things we don't know. And like when we manage things we don't know, a lot of things, well, sometimes we create more problems than actually potentially could exist, right? So you might plan for a problem that never exists, and so it's kind of a waste of time, right? And this is the second weakness of the detailed project plan, is that it really takes a lot of work to be done. And we're talking sometimes if the high-level project plan normally takes 1 day to do or 2 days to do, then sometimes the detailed project plan can take months to do, or weeks or months to do indeed. Then we have the project risk management. So this is not so much a plan, but it's a methodology to manage risk that shows up in the project. So the big advantage here is that we only focus on really key issues of the project. And it's not like the detailed project plan, because here you only focus on things that really you believe that can have a high probability of affecting the project or a high probability of existing. And therefore, this methodology is very proactive and very reactive, which means that we try to predict problems, and the moment they happen, we immediately act, which is really good. But obviously it has weaknesses, and the first weakness is that in terms of setting expectations, sometimes it's an issue because you're not really sure what are the things that can show up and what are the things that don't show up, and sometimes you don't predict their impact well. So you might spend a lot of time solving something that actually the impact would have not been that big. And the second disadvantage is a lot of times you might feel that you're like firefighting. You're running around putting small fires, small problems out of that showed up, and therefore it can be very time consuming. Project control is the last tool that we have, and here The project control is a major advantage, which is you only focus on current status. You only focus on what's happening right now. And this is much easier to conceptualize in your mind. And it only reacts to real issues. That's another big advantage, because you don't have to think about the what if. You only react to things that really happen. So the problem here, the weaknesses, not so much problem, but the weaknesses, is that this only works when you have a good plan, at least a good high level plan, even better if it's a good detailed project plan. And obviously the other problem is you end up micromanaging everything, which can be very exhausting. So as you see, no project management plan tool is perfect. Only by using them in combination can we decrease the probability that a problem will occur. But no matter what you do, there's always going to be problems that you don't predict. But with these tools, what you're doing is to reducing their impact, or reducing the chance that they would happen. All right. Thank you very much for watching the video, and let me know in the comment section below if you have any questions.